The story of Wes Leonard is one that is well known to West Michigan. Wes was a star athlete at Fenville High School. His talent on the court shown when Wes hit the game-winning shot in overtime to give his team an undefeated regular season. One moment he was being hoisted into the air by teammates, the next he was on the ground, and a few minutes later he was dead. Wes had an enlarged heart and went into cardiac arrest. The AED was found not by a nearby wall, but in a storage room with a dead battery, unable to save his life. That happened March 4th, 2011. Now, 13 years and a day later, the story of Wes Leonard was brought to the halls of the Michigan State Capitol with a call to action. Two new pieces of legislation aim to prevent more stories like this from happening. First, House Bill 5527, which requires schools to create a comprehensive cardiac emergency response plan, offer training, and all schools must have an AED that's accessible within 1 to 3 minutes.
The point here, too, is also about standardization of the response and training for that response. You know, in that example of Wes Leonard having that device in a storage closet that had not been appropriately charged, that's what we're trying to prevent, is that there's some familiarity to the response, and so that in a crisis, there's more of a plan of action than not.
The second bill, 5528, says all coaches must not only be CPR certified, as is currently required, but also trained in AED use.
And there's an old saying, we'd rather have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. We can work on the logistics, but I think that if we do this, this is a huge step toward that peace of mind and that safety.
Tuesday morning, a University of Michigan freshman counts himself as one of the lucky ones. In high school, Alex Bowerson was a three-sport athlete from Memphis, Michigan. In December of 2022, Alex was running and then collapsed, going into cardiac arrest.
I was only in a terrible rhythm for about 2 minutes before that AED shocked me, and it led to an incredible outcome, and I would not be alive today if it was not for this AED and for someone who knew what to do.
There's a common denominator to all of these stories. Timing is everything. Alex says living in a rural area, the ambulance took 15 minutes to arrive. Dr. Alyssa Vermeulen, a pediatric cardiologist, also testified in support of the bill. She says the best chance of survival is within the first 3 minutes, but every minute after that, the survival rate drops by 10%.
I also would want to mention, knowing Alex's story, that the AED used on him was nearly dead with malfunctioning pads that were expired and had 1 shock left. Had he needed another shock, he wouldn't be here today.
The legislation is supported by organizations like the American Heart Association and the NFL, especially after Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin went into cardiac arrest on the field last year. There was no vote on the legislation Tuesday, but we will keep you updated as we learn more. For now, in the studio, Eileen Gould, Fox 17 News.